Hello, welcome to another video and welcome to day 17 of Vlogmas. So today, as you can tell from the thumbnail and the title, I am doing my 2025 excited, anticipated releases. Or something along those lines. Now, I am going to caveat this with a very large caveat that this is not an exhaustive list. There are definitely books that I have missed off this list. There are definitely books that I have forgotten about and I'm going to kick myself that I have forgotten about them. There's books that, yeah, I've done a bit of a kind of haul through Goodreads lists and Reddit lists and NetGalley as well to see if there's what's kind of coming up. But again, I will 100% have forgotten books. So I'm going to just say now, if you realise that I am forgetting a book, like either your favourite book I haven't mentioned, or if there's a book that you know that I've read something from that author before, or you think that it's a book that I would really enjoy and I've not mentioned it, please do drop them down below, because I'm always looking for more suggestions, more recs, and yeah, it would be really great to hear what everybody else is excited about. So I'm going to do these month by month. I'm going to try and run in order. The publication dates are based on what I found online. I have not fact-checked them. They may or may not be correct. They may have changed as well, because that happens, but we're just going to go with that. So we'll start off with January 2025. I've only actually got two books on this list. So the first one is coming out on the 14th of January, and that is Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. I have an ARC of this book and I am so hyped to read it. It sounds absolutely fantastic. I'm just unbelievably excited. And then the second book is out on the 21st of January, and that is Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. So this is the third book in the Fourth Wing series. I absolutely loved Fourth Wing. Iron Flame, I thought, was a hot ball of trash. So I am very nervous about Onyx Storm. I have not pre-ordered it. I don't think I'm going to be reading it in January. I think part of my reason for not liking Iron Flame is I read it straight away and my expectations were so high that when I read it and I was like, what even is this? I was just then kind of extra disappointed because my expectations were so high. So I think for Onyx Storm, I want to give it a couple of months, let all of the girlies read it, see what people are saying, let my expectations be lowered a little bit. My expectations are fairly low going in, but I will probably plan on reading it sort of March, April time, I think is the plan. In February, I have got a few books. So coming out on the 4th of February, we've got Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I love Ali Hazelwood. I haven't read all of Ali Hazelwood's books, but I have collected them all. I feel like Ali Hazelwood is an author that I just am going to really enjoy. So I don't actually know what Deep End is about. I want to say it's about swimmers, but I might be making that up. I'm sorry, I just don't know. Also on the 4th, we've got Dream Girl Drama by Tessa Bailey. I believe this is the third in the Fangirl Down series, which I have not started. Although I do now want to start it. I didn't want to read Fangirl Down because it's about golf and I have zero interest in golf. However, throughout November, I was watching Cougar Town. Why am I saying this on the internet? I was watching Cougar Town anyway, and I decided that Bobby Cobb, who is like this complete redneck character, he's a pro golfer, and I was like, he's really hot. I really like the redneck. So he's who I'm going to picture when I read Fangirl Down. I don't know why I just told the internet that. Oh well. On the 6th of February, we've got The Morrigan. I don't remember who this one is by, but it's up here. This sounds really interesting. It is a kind of retelling of the Celtic legend of the Morrigan. I feel like Morrigan is a character who comes up quite often in various modern books. So obviously More from ACOTAR is inspired by the Morrigan. There's a lot of kind of books on Celtic mythology which has a Morrigan character. So I think it's going to be interesting to read a retelling about her. I'm interested. On the 11th, we have got First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I am yet to read anything by B.K. Borison. I'm planning on reading Love Like Farms this month, but I might have already read it by the time you're watching this. I'm filming in advance. But yeah, I'm intrigued. I think so many people really enjoy B.K. Borison and so many people whose romance taste I like align with. So I'm excited to find out more about First Time Caller. And on the 18th of February, we have got Cursebound by Sarah El-Arifi. This is the sequel to Feybound. I really enjoyed Feybound, so I'm excited to read the sequel. In March, on the 4th of March, we've got The Ragpicker King by Cassandra Clare. This is the sequel to Swordcatcher. I read Swordcatcher back in October and I loved it. It did take me a bit of time to get into it, but once I got into it, I loved it. I think what I want to do with The Ragpicker King is I would like to reread Swordcatcher before I go into The Ragpicker King. Because like I said, it took me a bit of time to get into Swordcatcher, so there's some parts, especially at the beginning, that just didn't quite hit for me. So I want to read it again with the more realistic expectation, because I fully admit I went in with the wrong kind of impression and expectations. And then I can pick up Ragpicker King, and I'm excited to. On the 18th of March, we have got Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. This is the 5th book, I guess, in the Hunger Games series. This is Haymitch's Trials, Haymitch's Games. I'm excited. I am so excited. I think I would like to do a reread of the Hunger Games, including Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Whether before or after Sunrise on the Reaping comes out, I don't know. Sunrise on the Reaping is one that I'm very excited about and I definitely want to read it. But also, I'm not dying to read it the minute it comes out. I will want it in paperback because all of the rest of my editions of The Hunger Games and Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes are paperbacks. So if it means I have to wait a little bit for it, that's fine. And then on the 25th of March, we've got If I Dig You by Colby Wilson. So Colby is a friend of mine on Instagram. I've followed her for years now, and I'm just so proud of her that she's had a book deal. I think she got a 2 or 3 book deal. Sorry about that. I think this is Colby's 2nd book, and I'm just really excited to read it and to support her. On the 1st of April, we have got Fearless by Lauren Roberts. This is book 3 in the Powerless series. I will most likely pick this one up and read it immediately because I was obsessed with Powerless and Reckless. However, I'm fairly certain that while Powerless and Reckless came out in paperback initially, Fearless is going to be hardback. So I might be reading it digitally and not getting a physical copy until it's out in paperback so that it matches my others. Honestly, I do understand why they do this, but it frustrates me so much when the other books didn't have hardback editions and now you're making book 3 as a hardback. But there we go. Also on the 1st of April, we've got Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I enjoy Abby Jimenez's writing, and yeah, I'm excited about this one. On the 22nd of April, we have got Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Again, Emily Henry is just such a fantastic author. I'm very excited to get to this one. In May, we have got both coming out on the 6th of May. I've got What Happens in Amsterdam by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I have read from Rachel Lynn Solomon before and I enjoyed her writing, so I'm excited for this one. As it's called What Happens in Amsterdam, that makes me feel like there's going to be a travel element, so I'm excited by that too. Also on the 6th of May, we've got The Devils by Jo Abercrombie. This one I am very excited about. I've read all of Jo Abercrombie's series, the First Law series, so I'm very excited to read something new from him. And then in June, we have got on the 3rd of June, My Friends by Frederick Backman. I really enjoyed A Man Called Uwe, so I'm excited to read more by Frederick Backman. And then on the 10th of June, we've got Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. So V.E. Schwab, I feel like I should really love her books. I feel like, and the last couple that I've read, so her last couple of releases, I guess, that I've read, which were Addie and Gallant, I did really enjoy. I haven't reread either of them because I'm not convinced that I will love either of them as much on a reread. I think for both of them it was right book, right time. I haven't read Fragile Threads of Power because I haven't caught up in the Darker Shades of Power series. I read the first book and it wasn't my favourite. I liked it, but it wasn't my favourite, so I want to obviously catch up before I read the new stuff. I don't think Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil is in the Dark Shades of Magic series. If it is, I'm not going to be reading it. If it isn't, I probably will be reading it. Who knows? But that is my first 6 months of the year anticipated books. Like I said, I know I am missing so many, so please do comment down below any books that you think that I'm missing and that I need to put onto my radar. If you like this video, please leave me a like, subscribe if you would like to. If you just want to leave me an emoji to let me know you are here, just leave me a book stack emoji. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.